Alright, welcome back everyone. Here we are in video number 2. Me and Kyler, we're gonna see how this works. We found a place we're gonna walk here. It's not exactly a hike, so we didn't lie purposely, but I'm gonna see how it goes here. Trying the facial recognition tracking here. See if it works. So we'll try that, and then on the way back we'll flip it around so you can get a better view. So yeah, here we are. So we finally figured out how to use it a little bit. Last night, as you can tell, we're like two country bumpkins trying to figure out what to do. Yep. But we sorted today. We spent most of the morning trying to figure out how to make it work. And yeah, so far not too bad. And there's all kinds of stuff to learn still here. And I don't know, what do you think so far, Kyler? What do you think of the gimbal here?
I think it's pretty cool, but it takes a lot of patience to get working. So you need to be patient with it to get it working, and just trial and error to get it like all set up and everything. Once it's going, it's pretty cool concept of it.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I think one thing I noticed is DJI kind of dropped the ball a little bit there on how to train people how to use it. So the software here seems to be pretty decent, but it's a little hard to figure out what to do. Their videos kind of leave some things out. So maybe we'll do some more videos on that for those of you that might want to buy one of these. And so, as you can see, the facial thing isn't totally perfect. I don't know if I'm walking too fast or what the deal is, but it's
just kind of going up and
it's
down.
having a hard time finding me here.
I think you do better without the facial recognition and just holding it up like this.
Okay, maybe I'll just skip it. All right, so now we'll go with that.
Yeah.
Okay, let's try it with this,
I think
and
you
then
do better like that. It looks better.
Later when we look at it to edit it, we'll know if it worked better or not.
Yeah, it's less choppy now. It's just kind of holding that position.
I know it, like if people do, if they're like standing relatively still but they're moving somewhat, it seems to work good. It'll follow you. But I haven't really seen anyone walk around much with it and it do good, so maybe it's not really meant for that.
Well, maybe it's meant for putting on like a table and then like talking and like moving around and stuff, and it'll move to, you know.
Yeah, that's probably true.
That'd be pretty cool if it did do that, actually.
Yeah, that would be kind of neat.
We should try that out later.
I'm gonna try, let's see if I can play with it a bit here. I know I'd watched a video where you could make this switch to the opposite camera just with a few buttons.
I think you stopped recording. Yeah, you did.
Oh, there we go. Record again. Yeah, you're supposed to be able to hit this button. You're supposed to be able to.
Probably like a certain amount.
You can't hit that. You're supposed to be able to hit it twice, and it's supposed to flip your phone to. Oh, actually, I know.
I should have brought a knife.
There. Okay, so we decided to flip it around here. We're obviously going to have to piece these videos together, but so we decided to flip it around, give you more of a view here of what we're doing. So this is called Pea Point here in Black's Harbour, New Brunswick, Canada, and it's where it's right beside where the ferry goes to Grand Manan. And so you can come down here. It's sort of a nature preserve owned by the local fishing company. They used to own the whole town, and they eventually sold off quite a bit of the houses and the businesses and whatnot, but they kept this piece of land sort of for public consumption type thing. And so it's like a nature preserve. So if we walk down here, we all call it Pea Point, and it has a little island that we probably can't go across because usually it's high tide whenever we come down here. But if it was low tide, it does have its own lighthouse. And years ago, people actually lived on the lighthouse, or lived on the island and went to the lighthouse, and there was actually 2 houses there. So it was like 2 families, I guess. One that would probably take 12 hours and the other guy would take 12 hours or whatnot. Now it's all electronically done, and Here's power line going over there, so they don't need anyone to do it, but would have been interesting. And I guess they came to school over here, so I don't know what they did on the days when the tide was high. I don't know if they just didn't have school that day or what for those 2 or 3 kids. Well, it's not too bad. It's about 1 kilometer in, so we flipped the screen around here about halfway through. So we've got just another 300, 400, 500 feet here, and then we'll be down by the ocean. We'll give you a little bit of a sunset type view here. I believe the sun's already gone down a little bit now, so we won't see it technically set. It's already down, but we'll still kind of see a pretty good view. My wife and I would come down here quite a bit. Usually walking, the odd time jogging, but usually walking. And no one's allowed down here with all-terrain vehicles or motorbikes or anything. I'm not saying it never happens, but I've never really seen one, which is kind of nice. So it's sort of a hiker's paradise type thing, I guess you could say. And so, yeah, another little bit here, and we'll get a good view.
Right now I'm doing a video on my phone without a DJI Osmo, so we can see the comparison between with it and without it, so you can see if it's really worth having.
Wow, that's a good idea.
Yeah, it's pretty choppy. It's not like super smooth like yours, but it's going along.
Yeah, I've read it actually matters how you walk even with these. You gotta try not to walk too rough, so maybe I'm even walking rough as it is, but oh look, it's actually low tide right now. Wow, interesting. Well, that's something.
Well, this would be a beautiful sight.
Almost every time I come down here it's high tide, but this time it's looking like low tide. Yeah, so you can walk right out on the beach here. And when we say beach, it's not, as you can see, there's no white sandy beach parts. There is one part here to the right that's kind of okay for a few feet, like maybe one group of people here. I'll show you, like maybe a couple, maybe like 2 groups of people could maybe hang out on this part, and there'd be enough decent sand for them. But other than that, once you go a little bit further, you see it's all rocky there. So yeah, that's sort of what it looks like there. And it pretty well, it's rocky. As you can see, the sun's already set, so we can won't see a sunset like I said. We can go pretty far out. It's a little dark. There we go, that might be better. So if you come real far down, you can see we got the wonderful seaweed and whatnot, you know, that you would expect to see. I don't really know what the tide situation is exactly. I don't know if it's going down, it's going up, if it's in the middle, if it's gonna just suddenly fly in or whatever. Or we're just gonna kind of see what we can. Oh no, we got a man down. Oh boy.
Got my phone in the water.
Oh boy.
iPhones are tough. It's okay.
That's not good.
That's all right.
Got phone down.
Apple sponsor me, please.
We'll find out if we're gonna have to run back to the Tupperware and rice, I guess. Isn't that? I think that's what the deal is. You're supposed to put it in rice. Remember one?
Some slippery, so be careful. You don't want to drop that.
One time with my daughter that happened. Someone dropped a phone in the toilet, I remember. And I remember doing the Tupperware and the rice. I don't totally recall if it worked or not. I think it may have. I don't really know. All right, so as you can see, we're doing a little bit of exploring here. Hopefully we won't break Mr. Osmo. So you can kind of see the view a little bit here. Sorry, just getting used to. There's Kyler coming here.
After you watch this, I'll show you his audio, and you'll see how much better it is.
Here, maybe I'll step away from him more so we can compare videos a little bit better if we're not right on top of each other. Oh. So as you can see, there was some type of walkway here years ago, but it's since grown in quite a bit. But people still do come over here sometimes. Sorry about that. Yeah, people walk over here. I haven't been over here, I think, for maybe 2 years now. The first time we came over, I didn't realize this path was here until after I had crossed over. And so we literally just walked through the bush and did it the hard way. But then on the way out, somebody, I don't remember who, noticed that there was a path here, and we said, oh, this is way better. I mean, it's grown in somewhat, but it's still pretty decent. And if you're still here on this video in a minute or two, I'll show you why it was worth coming over here. Just so you know. So there's a bridge here, which feels like it's kind of built in the middle of nowhere. But then, as you can see, getting closer to the lighthouse here. So watch your step. Now, I'm going to stop here in the middle. Just kind of take a pan. So that's the lighthouse. It's not, I know it's not the most beautiful lighthouse ever, but so kind of a nice area, as you can see. So we'll walk over a little bit. So yeah, best I could do research wise, there used to be 2 houses over here. Now it's not real clear where they were exactly. This lighthouse was not one of them. They actually had 2 separate houses on top of this, somewhere else. But anyways, now it's all automatic. So if the boat for Graham and Nan leaves from the dock back there that we started at, and we'll probably miss it because we got to get back before it gets too dark. But if it was leaving right now, it basically would be out there. You can see that buoy that's there. It would basically cross right by there. There's another buoy lining up over there, and it basically follows that. You see the bay right there? That's basically where the ferry goes. So that's how it would be. It's a pretty good view if you think about it. So if you go straight all the way, there is a couple islands there, but beyond them, there's really nothing until Graham and Ann, and past there, there's literally nothing until, well, I'm not sure what angle we're going here. It might be Southern Europe or even possibly Africa. And so it's quite a bit of ocean for sure. So we'll just walk around this this lighthouse again here. Sorry, lost the video here for a second. There we go. There's Cotter over there. We'll walk over here. So as you can see, definitely not something you can really get into. Now there is a big hole there, of course. Oh, I guess I can't really show you. It's almost there. You can kind of see in the bottom corner. Not sure what's in that. Hopefully we don't fall through this thing. That would be extremely bad.
That would be.
I don't know if this was maybe where the house was or whatnot, but
maybe this was the house. Well, actually, no, probably not.
So as you can see, there's no entrance into this building, and it's owned by the Coast Guard. So if you mess with that, they actually have cameras, I think. So if I pan a little bit more, you can see a little bit into that room up there. It's all automatic. It doesn't work by anything but automatic things now. Now there is a path you can walk over there, but because it's getting dark, we'll go back the way we came here. So I'll leave this in front of me so you can kind of see things. Yeah, it's almost an art form walking with one of these. You want to give people good views, but you don't want to break your neck and break the instrument either. So
Exactly.
we'll just kind of, we're gonna have to order a light, that's for sure. I've seen there's some for $10 or $15, some lights that'll kind of light things up a little bit better. It was light here quite late before, but now The last, man, it feels like the last 2-3 weeks, it's just totally switched. I feel like we lost like an hour just in the last 2 weeks. And it don't take long. And when the sun goes down, maybe that's part of it. When it goes down now, it doesn't hover at all. Like it's just feels like no time and it's pitch black, which I know a lot of the countries in around the equator, Africa and Central America and stuff had that same issue where when the sun goes down, it's pretty well a 15-minute deal and then there's no light. Here, middle of the summer, sometimes it'll be, a good hour or more after sunset and you can still see quite well. But not right now, as you can tell. I can see a little bit better than you guys can on the video. Slightly better, but not a whole lot. It's a little bit brighter than what you can see, but not much. So we'll just come back down here. And lo and behold, looks like the water didn't rush in behind us, so that's a positive. You can see, we can see a lot better. So when we first came here, I actually walked up this a little bit further over, something like this. We were crawling up that because we really had no idea that there was this sort of like this walkway type deal here. I don't really know if that's what this is or if it was like a driveway type thing or what it was, but
Yeah, it does look like a driveway.
it's pretty wide, like definitely wider than what a normal person would need. And then it obviously fell apart right here. I don't know if there's...
You can see how much better it is with the DJI Osmo.
Okay, as you can see, we made it across, although we both slipped pretty good. But we did make it across anyways. So here we are, walking back up. Give you one last view of the ocean over there. See that a little bit because the way the sun's sort of behind me now. It's got some big rocks here. Yeah, our shoes are all over seaweed, so we gotta kind of watch how we walk in here. We don't fall. I almost had a tumble earlier. But it was all good. It was all good. We survived. So as I said, it's about 1 kilometer from here to the vehicles where they park. And so that's sort of how it works. So here comes someone walking in the dark. I don't know why anyone would want to do that, but hey, why not walk in the dark, I guess. Don't see a whole lot, but yeah. Yeah, it's probably gonna camp here maybe. Yeah, it must be gonna camp here. There's a couple times we've seen people here and kind of wondered what they were doing exactly.